Breckenridge Cowboys football is on the air. Tonight's game is brought to you by Breckenridge Public Schools, Builders First Source, Carlson Family Insurance, CHI St. Francis, Essentia Health, Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, Hike Camp Construction, Hornstein Family Chiropractic, Miller Realty, Minn Kota Ag Products, Optimum Rehab, Otter Tail Power Company, Quality Toyota, Red River Agency, Smith Motors, State Farm agents Matt and Amanda Frederick, Titan Machinery, Twin Town Villa, and Vision Ford. Now, here's KBMW's Turner Blofis.
Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wapaton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wapaton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
And welcome back to the Red River Grain pregame show, serving the local farmers since 1986. And believe it or not, I had some technical issues today, so we're going to have another very brief pregame show today, brought to you by Red River Grain on B92.7 FM. We got a 7 o'clock kickoff, so we got just enough time to throw you over to a pregame interview that we had with head coach Carson Yagi prior to this ball game. And 7 o'clock kickoff once again, so let's dive into it with the interview. You're listening to Cowboy Football on B92.7 FM.
Welcome back to the Red River pregame show, and as we always do every week, joining me on game day, we got Carson Yagi, head coach of the Breckenridge Cowboys, getting ready to take on Parker's Prairie. How's it going today, Cars? I almost called you Park with Parker's Prairie. Oh my goodness. How are the guys feeling coming off their first win of the year?
Always good.
Getting you back to what you love. We are Optimum Rehab. For over a decade, Dr. Tony Eggeman has provided physical therapy services for the people of Wapaton, Breckenridge, and surrounding communities. We're a small practice that sees our patients as individuals. Through hands-on techniques, our patients have their treatment plans tailored to their exact needs. Sprains, sore muscles, back pain, achy joints, rehab following surgery, you name it. Optimum Rehab is your answer. When you need exceptional physical therapy, you need Optimum Rehab.
You want what you want. At Quality Toyota, we totally understand that we aren't going to talk you into a car you don't want. Instead, we're here to help you find the car, the color, the options, and the style that you do want. All with a simple, easy, and stress-free approach, because the price listed online or in every windshield is the only price. That way, we can concentrate on getting you the right car. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls. QualityToyota.net. Let's go places.
How much do you really know about insurance? You have to have it, and your family should be covered at all times in case of an accident. What coverage is the best for you? That's where independent insurance agents Tyler Kent and Brad Rivard at Red River Agency Incorporated of Breckenridge can help. They provide all your insurance needs for home, auto, farm, life, commercial, MPCI, and crop hail. It's that easy. Give Tyler Kent or Brad Rivard a call at 643-1623. Red River Agency Incorporated, always by your side. You guys got a shot at... Welcome back to the Red River Grain pregame show, serving the local farmers since 1986. And on the line with me, we got Breckenridge head football coach Carson Yagi. How's it going today, Cars?
Oh, doing good. How are you, Turner?
I'm fantastic. Another game day Friday. Always in a good mood on a game day. And you guys got a shot at a little bit of revenge today, taking on New York Mills. You guys fell to them in the section semis last year, and I'm sure that was kind of fueling the guys this week in practice.
Yeah, no, it's it's something I know that they think about a little bit. You know, got to move on from it. New season, new players, new game, and we just got to come out tonight and play the best we possibly can.
Gotcha. And how's New York Mills looking so far this season? Some of the stuff you've seen on tape that's impressed you?
Yeah, no, they're a good team. They play unbelievably hard. They get their guys to fly around for the football. They got a really good running back and a quarterback that go with that. Are a heck of a tandem back there, and two pretty dangerous athletes that we got to do our best to contain. But you know, they're a good team. They're not gonna lay over. And I mean, hey, they're 2-3 as well. We're in 2-3. We know it's a big district matchup and section matchup.
And speaking of big section matchups, you guys coming off your biggest win of the year, knocking off undefeated Parker's Prairie. What is kind of the message for the guys to, try to not get too crazy after a big win like that? Try to keep it, you don't want to get too overconfident, I guess it would be.
Yeah, it just comes down to, hey, we don't want last week to be the best point of the season. When we think back and remember on, what this season was, we don't want it. We don't want last night or last week, last Friday night. We don't want that to be the moment that we remember. Oh God, that was the best thing that happened. We want to keep doing. We want to keep having those types of memories and keep playing football together as a group.
And the defense, I think, might have put in their best showing of the year last season. What'd you think of the way that they were flying around? And welcome back as we wrap up the Red River Grain pregame show. Unfortunately, wrapping it up, we'll run through some stuff as we go along. We usually hit on the pregame show, but bad luck struck once again, so we'll just leave it at that. Let's get ready for some Cowboy football. Breckenridge coming into this game with a record of 2-3, as is New York Mills. Breckenridge looking to get a little bit of payback after last year. Breckenridge was defeated in the section semifinals against New York Mills. They did on Cowboy Field, nonetheless, so Breckenridge trying to get a little revenge here at New York Mills. Bested them in the regular season last year. They'll look to try to get it going again. New York Mills will be booting it away, so Breckenridge will be sticking with the theme of getting the ball to start the game. It happens when most teams defer, and Breckenridge has always wanted the ball to start it off. Love to strike first as the Eagles boot it away over to the left sideline. Out of bounds, so we'll start off with a flag to start off the ball game. Breckenridge Cowboys do a quick injury report brought to you by CHI, and wanted to let you know David Erlinson unfortunately will not be suiting up for the Cowboys today, so they're going to be leaning on the Armitage boys a little bit more in the backfield between Gabe and Paul. Paul likely to be kind of the feature back today. Gabe Armitage kind of plays the wing or the H-back, whatever you want to call him. Breckenridge coming off their biggest victory of the season against formerly undefeated Parker's Prairie. They were the top team in Section 6A as well. Make sure to hit on the Section 6A standings. I'm just happy to be on the air with my faulty equipment from last week. I got my replacement stuff that I promised I would get, but naturally, they did not send a part that I needed to get on here. So, apologies for that. If we have any issues today, then we're going to switch over to doing just radio, unfortunately. Hopefully that does not become the case. Maybe I'll still leave the video on here for just so you guys have it for reference if we end up running into any issues. But right now we got Cowboy football getting ready to rock. Out of the gun is Trey Vogelbacher dropping back to pass. He's under pressure from behind. He's going to get sacked on the opening play of the game. New York Mills trying to set the tone with number 34, Eli Vaughn, getting in the backfield. Came in from the blind side, and a big loss for the Cowboys. Loss of about 8 on the play, it looks like. So not the ideal start to the game for the Cowboys. We'll now be facing second and long. Well, it's second and 18. So a sack for Eli Vaughn to open up the ball game. Cowboys come out with a pair of receivers to the left. And they're going to fake the handoff. Vogelbacher going to take it up the middle. Runs into a gang of Eagles. So 2 carries from Vogelbacher to start off the game. Likely going to lean on him a little bit more without David Erlinson once again. Looks like they got about 7 of those yards back. Sets up 3rd and 11. New York Mills Wasn't sweating the bad field position off of the kick out of bounds to open up the ball game. Pair of running backs to each side of Vogelbacher. 2 receivers to the left, and we got a flag on the play. I'll back up the Cowboys. And illegal motion. Cowboys back them up. Makes it 3rd and 16 now. Things go from bad to worse for the Cowboys on this opening drive of the ball game. Starting to think I'm jinxing them whenever I'm asking head coach Carson Yagi about starting these games hot every time we do an interview. Vogelbacher will hand it off to Paul Armitage. He's got a nice little run through. Looks like a gain of 10 on the play, but going to come up short. We'll see if they bring out the punt team. So it looks like they gave him 12 yards on that play on Armitage's first carry of the game. Had a big 2-point conversion and also the what ended up being the game-winning touchdown last week. Paul Armitage did, kind of his breakout game of his senior year after being a little banged up in the opening weeks. 1 receiver to each side. We got a wing back and a tight end to the right. Running back to the left of Vogelbacher. Paul Armitage gets the handoff and rumbles for the first down. On 4th and 4, they call his number, and he delivers. Heck of a hole for the senior to run through there for the 7-yard gain. Paul Armitage has already got 19 yards on his first 2 carries of the ball game. Cowboys started off the season with a grueling stretch of opponents. 3 straight AA foes to open up the year, and schedule is lightened up a smidge here. Parkersburg was definitely quite the test for them, but we'll see what New York Mills ends up bringing. You know, they, as we saw from that first play, they're coming out hungry tonight. Eagles loading the box. Gabe Armitage gets the toad, and none doing on that play. I got hit in the backfield on that. So a good surge from the Eagles up front. First carry of the day for Gabe Armitage. Loss of 2 on the play for Gabe Armitage. Got to always remember to throw in these disclaimers of these Armitage boys back here. JD Gomez split out on the bottom part of the screen if you're watching on our YouTube stream on KBMW News Live. 1 running back to each side of Vogelbacher. The senior signal caller waits on the snap, fakes the handoff, rolls out to the right under pressure, throws it up, and it's going to be out of bounds. He was looking for Levi Christensen on that one, but it sails out of bounds into the New York Mills sideline. Levi Christensen had a heck of a second half last week. Trio of big grabs, and was part of that defensive line that was shutting down the Parkersburg run game. It's the opening drive, so I can still talk about last week, right? 3rd and about 12. The Cowboys come back. That was their first pass attempt of the day. Second time they've called a pass play. Neither of them have gone how they wanted so far. 0-0 score with 7:52 remaining in this opening quarter on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Vogelbacher gets the snap, hands it off to Paul Armitage. Once again, Armitage looked like he had a nice little hole there, but got stacked up in a hurry. That'll set up 4th and 10. Cowboys going to call out the punt unit on their own side of the 50, so not a bad strategy on 4th and 10. Cooper Roberts will be handling the punt duties. Second year gracing the Cowboys with his punting services. Cowboys bringing in their bullets. The guy's out on the edge, if you didn't know that, on the punt team. Cooper Roberts fields it cleanly, boots it up, and looks like it was mishandled over by the New York Mills sideline. There is a flag on the return, so it's like maybe someone's going to get caught with an illegal block or Block in the back, something like that. Levi Christensen, one of the Cowboys over there on the tackle. First and 10 Eagles. Their first drive of the game. Cowboys got some studs in the on the D line. Their D tackles, Henry Sleddahl, Eli Butts, as well as Kai McDonald. Eagles come out with a similar formation the Cowboys do, but out of a pistol set. They fake the first handoff. Breckenridge plays it beautifully. Paul Armitage was the first defender there to try to wrap up the quarterback, but I love the discipline right here on the triple option to start off the game. Quarterback gets about 2 yards on the carry. New York Mills. Section runners up a year ago. That was number 12 on the carry for them, Braxton Enard. After the 2-yard carry, we got 2nd and 8. Pistol set once again. They're going to do a toss out to the right out of the pistol. And woo, what a hit from J.D. Gomez flying around. And we'll see who ended up in the carry there. I believe that was Everett Ruther. No, it was number 3, Finn Roeder. J.D. Gomez flying around. That one should make the highlight video, I think. 3rd and 7. Corners don't get a lot of opportunities to kind of lay the boom, so you got to do it when you get the chance. J.D. Gomez on one side, Lawson Oliphant the other. It's good of a tandem of corners as you'll find. And we got our first pass play of the day from the Eagles, and we got a flag, but the pass is caught. Ooh, what a grab with one hand. It's almost a shame that one's likely coming back, but that was a heck of a one-handed catch. I'm glad I got that one on the camera. Finn Roeder putting on his show, but it's coming back. So the penalties already kind of piling on for these teams to start off the ball game. Not exactly what you'd expect in week 6. It's you kind of got everything down, but start of the game, you know, it's got its moments sometimes. New York Mills backed up. Now with a 3rd and 17, it looks like. So Cowboys, big advantage here on this play. See if they take advantage. Linebackers for the Cowboys include Paul Armitage, Cooper Roberts, Trey Volgebacher. He's looking to blitz on the edge. Ader dropping back to pass. Armitage applying the pressure and gets a lick on the quarterback to force the incompletion. To set up 4th down and a mile. So got to expect a punt situation. Riley Kappas heading back to take this return. Him and J.D. Gomez. They're dynamic players for the Cowboys. Handling the punting duties, Finn Roeder, Mr. Everything. Got to see him run the ball in the backfield. Had that nice one-handed grab. He's going to show off his punting skills. A little bit of a low punt. Riley Kappas is going to be the closest man to it, but he's just going to let it go out of bounds. New York Mills coached by head coach Matt Radnicki. Longtime coach here for the Eagles. Always has a competitive program. Head coach Carson Yagi. Entering this one, 2nd year at the helm. I'll back them up. Or they'll start off the drive, I mean, at their own 32. 5:19 left to play in this opening quarter on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Cowboys come up with their 2 receiver to the left set. The mullet formation. Big fan. They got a wing back to the right, tight end to the right as well. Running back is to the left. They fake the handoff, and wide open is Levi Christensen. Nobody's around him. He's going to get a huge gain out of it. They must have seen something on tape where they knew that was going to be wide open. Let's see where they rule him down at. We'll call that a gain of about 15. No. Got to see where they're down at. What do you guys got that for a gain? Nobody's doing stats up here. Oh, boy. Gain of, we'll call it about 17. We'll go back and fix it later. But a heck of a grab there by Christensen. And Paul Armitage gets the carry on the left side. Rumbles for a nice gain. Henry sled it all, and Tegan Abel both picking up some pancake blocks on that. Breckenridge now facing a 2nd and 5. Trey Vogelbacher enters the huddle. Sends everybody out on their merry way. We got the receivers out to the left. The wing back and the tight end to the right. Gabe Armitage and Levi Christensen usually sticking pretty close to each other. This time they motion Armitage into the backfield. Gabe Armitage on the left side. Maybe got back to the line on that one, but plenty of New York Mills players over there by the Breckenridge sideline to make a play. Armitage actually lost a yard on the play. So it's been tough sledding for Gabe Armitage so far in this opening quarter. 2 carries, got hit in the backfield both times. New York Mills getting in some substitutions. Breckenridge put together that one of the longer drives you'll see, longer scoring drives you'll see. That was like 17 plays or something last week. Parker's Prairie racking up, still in the opening quarter once again, so that's why I keep looping back here. But the offensive line had a huge part in that, and you can see they had a big part in that play as well, as Trey Vogelbacher didn't get hit till he was at the 2nd level, but not enough for the first down. It's like a gain of about 5 to set up 4th and 3. Cowboys sticking with the offense. 3:26 remaining this opening quarter on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Beautiful night for football here in New York Mills. No doubt. Receivers out to the left and tight end and H back to the right. We got a timeout taken by New York Mills. This timeout is brought to you by Highcamp Construction. You're listening to Cowboy Football on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
What can you do in 30 seconds? Warm up your coffee, tie your shoes, Google, should I get screened for lung cancer? Then actually get screened for lung cancer. If you're a current or former smoker, talk with an Essentia Health provider about your eligibility for a low-dose CT screening, because early-stage lung cancer often has no signs or symptoms. Screening can mean an increased chance of successful treatment. Learn more at essentiahealth.org.
And welcome back to New York Mills. Big 4th down coming up with 3:13 left to play in this opening quarter on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. 2 receivers out to the left. H back and tight end to the right. And looks like they got him to jump off sides, but wonder if they got back in time. And they did not. So a costly penalty there for New York Mills will move the sticks. That's always a tough one, especially out of the timeout. Cowboys, the easiest first down they'll get all season, are now at the New York Mills 35. Paul Armitage in the backfield to the left of Trey Vogelbacher. They'll get the handoff on the right side. Oh, actually, they'll fake the handoff and give it to Levi Christensen for another big gain. It was that good of a fake. I fell for it. up here in the press box. Christensen, the gain of 25, or actually 20 into the Titan Machinery red zone, down at the 15. Second big grab of the day for Levi Christensen. I feel like I shorted him some yards on that last one. I feel like that last one was about a 20-yarder too, but put him down for 17. We're sticking with it. 2 big grabs for Christensen is what I'm getting at. Cowboys with 1st and 10 in the Titan Machinery red zone. 15 yards to pay dirt, operating on the left hash. Trey Vogelbacher goes up the middle. Vogelbacher getting a couple yards. 4th tote of the day for Vogelbacher. Him and Armitage, Paul Armitage, both have 4 carries. Sets up 2nd and 8 from the New York Mills 13. Cowboys heading up to the line. J.D. Gomez and Cooper Roberts out to the left. Gabe Armitage and Levi Christensen on the right side. Paul Armitage and Trey Vogelbacher residing in the backfield. Vogelbacher was looking for J.D. Gomez on the slant, but let him a little too much on that one. Now 2 for 4 to start off the day passing for Trey Vogelbacher in this Cowboy passing attack. Levi Christensen's got both of the grabs so far. Don't be surprised if they're thinking of getting Cooper Roberts involved on a jump ball. I think we're going to get a run play on this one, though, if I was a betting man. Paul Armitage to the left of Trey Vogelbacher. And we're getting pass play. What do I know? Rolling out to the right, Trey Vogelbacher darts into Levi Christensen for another big gain. It's been unstoppable today so far, but we do have a flag on the play. Let's see if it ends up coming back. And it's holding on the Cowboys. So a tough break for Breckenridge. We'll back up the Cowboys. Like I said, Levi Christensen has just been finding all the cracks in the defense today so far. So I'll back up the Cowboys once again. And out of the Titan Machinery red zone. Now at the New York Mills 24. Working on the left hash on this about 3rd and 20, we'll call it. Once again from the 24. Cowboys, looks like they're going to come out in a 2 running back set, 1 to each side of Vogelbacher. He's got an Armitage to each side. Hands it off to Paul up the middle. Had a nice lane to run through, and looks like he's going to get about 10 of those yards back. Paul Armitage showing off that vision for the 10-yard gain. 5 carries so far for 36 yards for Paul Armitage. I already mentioned it's a gorgeous night for football as we just entered the final minute of the opening quarter. 4th and 10 for the Cowboys. Trey Vogelbacher awaiting the snap. They motion J.D. Gomez over. They look across the middle and they fire to the end zone, and it is broken up in the end zone. Cooper Roberts, the intended receiver. Pair of Eagles there. Usually don't see Eagles in a no-fly zone, but here we are. Nice pass breakup in the end zone to get the ball back to New York Mills. Cowboys 2 for 5 on pass plays so far. They had 1 big gain waved off. That could have led to points. Set up 1st and 10. New York Mills operating on the Cowboy 15. 38.8 seconds remaining in this first quarter. New York Mills operating out of the gun. They fake the handoff. They're just going to go with a straight QB bootleg, it looks like, but got tripped up. Cooper Roberts doing a great job holding contained. Led to Ener going down for a loss of 1. Looks like that'll just take it into... Oh, we'll see if they try to get another play going. I think they might have to, actually. New York Mills heads up to the line. We'll see if they get a play off here in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and looks like they're not going to run a play. Got my hopes up there. So your score is 0-0 after 1 quarter of play. You're listening to Cowboy Football on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live.
No matter what time of year, a farmer's relationship with Red River Grain never changes. Red River Grain works shoulder to shoulder with area farmers, providing grain and agronomy services to help maximize your farm's potential. Red River Grain has been serving farmers for years with competitive prices and high-quality service. Talk to Carson or Brad for your grain and agronomy needs. Red River Grain, East Breckenridge, 643-3738. That's 643-3738, or you can find them online at redrivergrain.com.
Ever notice how every other ad seems to be an insurance company promising to save you money?
What is with these insurance companies?
Hi, this is Matt.
And this is Amanda.
And we're your local State Farm agents.
We're here to debunk all the insurance junk.
What do you really need to know?
What is a fair and competitive price?
Let us make sure you are getting the best bang for your insurance dollar.
And find out why State Farm has been around for over 100 years and remains #1 today.
B92.7 is KBMW Breckenridge Wapaton. All the hits from 2KM today.
And welcome back after 1 quarter of play. Got a 0-0 ball game. Breckenridge and New York Mills in this Section 6A clash. New York Mills, pair of receivers out to the right. 2 running backs in the backfield. They're going to motion one of the receivers in, and they're going to go with a handoff on the left side. And Breckenridge, they say there's a ball on the ground, but it's like New York Mills got it back if there was a fumble. And it looked like that was Finn Roeder once again. So he just got back to the line, I think. New York Mills' first drive didn't last too long. Trying to improve on that here in the second quarter. New York Mills with a spread set, 2 receivers out each side, 1 running back operating behind the quarterback, Brandon Ener. They're going to throw it out for the curl route, and a nice hit there by Trey Vogelbacher after the incomplete. Vogelbacher laying the boom there on Gage Brazel. That'll bring up 4th and 10. Breckenridge's defense coming out and are dialed in tonight. Back to return is J.D. Gomez. We got 1 returner back. Tend to do that when they're kind of playing a safer set. And Roeder boots it away. J.D. Gomez will get a crack at it and mishandles it when he tried scooping it, but got by a couple defenders, breaks with another tackle, tries spinning or tries juking away from another one, but it's finally taken down. Got past the 50 though. Comes down at the 46-yard line. So about a little under a 10-yard return, I'd call that. A nice effort there from Gomez. 10:59 remaining in this second quarter on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Apologies once again for the delayed start of the broadcast, but you know, that's just it's how it goes sometimes. We get through it, don't we? And 1st and 10 for the Cowboys. New York Mills rocking the all-blue unis. Cowboys, a return to the black helmets this week. After a long stretch of rocking the white. Matches the pants really well. We got a fumble, and Trey Vogelbacher trying to keep the defender from getting on it, but New York Mills is able to get the fumble recovery. And it was a bit of a high snap there that went off Vogelbacher's hands, and New York Mills doing a good job to get into the backfield. Wasn't sure who got the fumble recovery, but the initial defender was trying to get after it, and Vogelbacher did a good job keeping him from getting the fumble recovery and holding them back, but too many Eagles were swarming to the ball, and Eagles get their first turnover forced. And they'll start off on the Cowboy 40. They'll actually operate under center with split back set. Handoff up the middle. And tripped up is number 2, Everett Ruther. First carry of the game by my count for Ruther. Gets about 3 yards. Cowboys haven't given up a first down yet in this ballgame. The 2 drives they've been on the field. Forced a pair of punts. Love to keep that theme going. Back to the pistol set for the Eagles. 2 receivers out to the left. Fullback to the left and a tailback lined up in the backfield as well. They're going to do a toss to the left. Trey Vogelbacher bounces him outside to the sideline. But nice gain there for Finn Roeder. Oh, never mind. Not as oh yeah, he got more yardage out of that than I thought he did. So it looks like that was a gain of about 4 on the play. Sets up 3rd and long 3. Eagles come up to the line, similar to the mullet set. And, ooh, a heck of a play there from, it looks like that's Eli Butts. Paul Armitage commended his fellow senior captain, saying when he gets angry, watch out. You got to see it right there with a nice TFL from Eli Butts. Just getting in the backfield, blowing that play up. Nice play there from the senior captain. Sets up a 4th and about 4. I believe that was, gotta make sure to double check the number on that carry. I want to say that was Roeder, but we got a timeout taken by the home team, New York Mills. We'll take a quick timeout with them. You're listening to Cowboy Football on B92.7 FM. Breckenridge and New York Mills tied 0-0 with 9:19 left to play in the opening half.
Ready to gain an edge in your career? Titan Machinery's Service Technician Apprenticeship Program is designed for anyone wishing to become a diesel mechanic, working on Case IH equipment through full-time, on-the-job training. Enjoy a hands-on work experience. Learn from factory-trained service experts and apply your knowledge from school directly to your work with this unique program opportunity. Become a Titan in the industry and grow with a dealership that invests in you at Titan Machinery Wapaton, your local Case IH dealer. Visit TitanMachinery.com/careers to learn more.
When Mom first started showing signs of memory loss, we were devastated. It was so frustrating. So many choices for assisted living. Then my sister and I walked into Twin Town Villa in Breckenridge. We knew that this was the perfect place for our mother. Loved the bright, beautiful apartments, and knew Mom would too. I was so impressed with the interaction between the residents and the staff. Twin Town Villa is a quality memory care community that's close to home and currently has openings. Call Twin Town Villa at 643-9542 or visit them online at twintownvilla.com.
And welcome back to New York Mills. We got a big 4th and 4 coming your way. Eagles trying to do the same thing the Cowboys did by drawing them off sides. Now they'll throw it across the middle for a big completion, and it's going to be more. That was a clutch play down inside the 5. Down to the 1, it looks like. 34-yard hookup. Gage Bracel hauling in the grab. 34-yard pickup once again. First pass completion of the day for New York Mills, and it comes in a big way into the Titan Machinery red zone. Eagles head up to the line. Operating under center. And they're going to go the QB sneak with Enert. And Let's see. It's like they stuffed him on this play. Einert just got back to the line, it looks like. His third carry of the game. Head coach Carson Yagi had a lot of good things to say about some of the playmakers on the squad. So you guys didn't get to listen to that full interview there. Debating playing it during the halftime show, but at this point it's a little bit irrelevant. Split back set, and Einert goes up the middle trying to plunge in. Breckenridge is saying they stuffed him again. Wow, these guys, these interior linemen, they know how to make a pile. Back-to-back stuffs on QB sneaks. We'll see if they stick with that formula. But can they stop it 3 times? And then but can they stop it 4 times? We'll see if they keep going with it. Breckenridge once again leaning on their D linemen. Henry Sledadall and Eli Butts. Kai McDonald. Einert takes a snap. Looks like it was a little bit of a broken play, but they're going to hand off anyways. But looks like there's a flag. I think there's going to be a legal motion on that one. And there is. Oh, that could be big. But it was not sure what the confusion was. And I think it looked like an odd broken play, but I wasn't sure if anyone moved ahead of the ball getting snapped. Either way, that'll back them up to make it a 3rd and 6 now. 3rd and goal from the 6, I might add. Cowboys trying to come up with a big stand after holding on a pair of plays on the 1-yard line. Once again, 4th and goal from the 6. And it looks like New York Mills is going to have to use their final timeout of the half. This timeout brought to you by Heitkamp Construction. Take a quick break. You are listening to Cowboy Football on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heitkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heitkamp Construction in Wapton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948. Buying a new home is an exciting experience, but it can be a stressful one too. Miller Realty can help relieve some of that stress with a simple formula of integrity, trust, and most importantly, experience. Their talented team is made up of Guy, Shelly, Jared, Lisa, Melissa, and Stephanie. They've put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes, and they understand this market. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
And welcome back to New York Mills. 3rd and goal from the 6. Einert dropping back to pass and throwing it to the right side. And the only player over there to try to get a hand on the ball was J.D. Gomez. But there is a flag on the play. And it's a holding call on New York Mills. We'll see if the Cowboys are going to back them up or if they're going to make it a 4th and 6. And looks like they're going to accept it. So it'll back up the Eagles. What started off as 1st and goal from the 1 is now 3rd and goal from the 16. So New York Mills, 16 yards to pay dirt. Pair of running backs in the backfield with Einert. He awaits the snap. A little bit mishandled there. Setting up a screen on the left side for Finn Roeder, but it is incomplete. Breckenridge well covered, though. Cooper Roberts over there trying to make the play. There's a couple DBs flocking over there as well. I know I already said it, but I'll say it again. A beautiful night for football. Got to enjoy these while we got them. It's like as nice of a fall night as you can hope for. Waiting the Eagles for this 4th and goal from the 16-yard line. Enert waiting on the snap, trying to draw the Cowboy defense offsides. They're staying disciplined. Snap to Enert. Convert an open receiver. He gets flushed right. Levi Christensen trying to apply some more pressure, and it is thrown to the end zone. Gavin Hoffert trying to make the interception, and I think they're going to say he caught it. So Gavin Hoffert comes up with the interception. And Cowboys will start off in their, it's like inside their own 5, so a heck of a play there from the junior DB. Now one of the coach might be saying, you know, you might want to bat that one down, but you never know if there's going to be someone else there to try to make the play, so you got to, if you don't come up with the interception, you might be bummed someone else goes in front of you and hauls it in. Either way, Cowboys will take over inside their own 5. Looks like they're just inside the 5. Sticking with the shotgun set, Trey Vogelbacher hands it off, and oh boy, Breckenridge has that play blown up in a hurry. They're saying it was in the end zone, but Armitage is saying he got out. Or are they saying it was in the end zone? Evidently not. Just lost a couple yards on that. Forward progress. So Armitage loses a couple yards on that. Cowboys backed up inside their own 5. Cowboys operating out of the gun once again. Trey Vogelbacher will throw it, and Levi Christensen making the grab when it was about to hit the ground. Scooped it up like he was picking it up off the ground. And it looks like he's going to move the sticks with it. So a 13-yard completion, and these quick play action zips out to Levi Christensen have been deadly today. 3rd completion of the day for this tandem. It's the only 3 catches they have so far. 0-0 ball game. 5:25 remaining in this opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Lawson Oliphant getting his first crack at some action in the backfield. Oliphant lined up to the left of Vogelbacher. He'll get the handoff on the right side. One of the best kept secrets on the team. Head coach Carson Yagi and I like to joke. But Oliphant looks like he'll lose a yard on that one. Maybe he got back to the line. Oh, actually, they're gonna give him a few yards. That's what I get for watching the chain gang. They always lead me astray. 3-yard gain for Lawson Oliphant. Sets up 2nd and 7. Breckenridge working on the right hash. 2 receivers out to the right. Tight end and the wing back to the left. Vogelbacher, another high snap. Hands it off to Paul Armitage with a heck of a cut inside. He's got a ton of room to run. Armitage has 1 man to beat. Paul Armitage gets a block from Cooper Roberts, cuts it inside, and that is a touchdown. What a run from Paul Armitage. Looks like that was a, could be wrong on this, but about a 70, what do we want to call that? How many yards? Over 70. Is that an 83-yard run? I have to make sure to go double check that. That was a super long touchdown run with 4:09 remaining in this first half. First points of the game. Trey Vogelbacher rolling out to the right, let a man free, and tosses it to the end zone where it is broken up. So we got a 6-0 ball game. After that failed 2-point conversion. There is an injury on the play, but, oh, and a flag. So we'll hang here just in case they're going to be redoing this down. So it looks like the Eagles are going to get a personal foul. JD Gomez took a shot on that play, it looks like. The unsportsmanlike was drawn. I want to call that an 81-yard TD run, but I could be wrong. Can't remember if they were past the 20 or not, but make sure to go back and double check that one. And now an even shorter distance to get for this conversion, and they're going to throw it to Levi Christensen in the back of the end zone off the play action for the completion. 8-0 ball game. Take a quick break. You are listening to Cowboy Football on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
B92.7 is KBMW Breckenridge Wahpeton. All the hits from 2KM today.
And welcome back. Breckenridge strikes first. Paul Armitage breaking free for the long touchdown. And they don't put the yardage on the scoreboard here, which has been hampering me today. But that touchdown came with 4:09 left to play in this first half. And they're going to do a little squib kick. New York Mills actually mishandles it, but they're able to get on it. Second effort. By that I mean the second player that got there. So after the Paul Armitage touchdown and Trey Vogelbacher and Levi Christensen 2-point conversion, got an 8-9 advantage, and Breckenridge was looking like they were about to go down as New York Mills had first and goal from the 1. Cowboys came up big, stuffed them on a pair of plays, penalties backed them up. New York Mills looking to avoid getting shut out here in the first half. And they'll run it on the right side with Roeder and Trey Vogelbacher body slamming Roeder into the sideline, along with Paul Armitage. Two senior captains on this squad do their fair share of tackling, that is for sure. About a yard for Finn Roeder on the tote. Second and 9 for the Eagles. Two running backs and a pair of receivers out to the left, tight end to the right. And fumbled snap. So this is going to be a blown up play. Henry Sledadall. My pick for player of the game last week, and it was because of a lot of plays like that. Heck of a play there from the senior. So loss of 6 on the play. So it's up third and about 15. Actually, more like third and 18. The third and 18, we'll see what New York Mills has up their sleeve. Going to be forced to throw. And they're going to air it down the field, and it is going to be picked off. It's Charlie Crenshaw hauling in the interception. Got him getting his first interception on varsity. We got Gavin Hoffer getting his first pick on varsity. Who's next? Second turnover of the day for the Eagles. Breckenridge has fumbled it once. Cowboys get a chance to make this a 2-score game before the half. 2:32 remaining in this opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Back-to-back interceptions thrown by Enert. And they're going to run it with Armitage on the left side, going with the hot hand. And this time, New York Mills is ready for him. And that was a nice open field tackle there from number 62, Blake Unger. That's a linebacker name. Lots of a couple for Paul Armitage. Cowboys now facing a 2nd and 12. Off to the line with a pair of receivers to the near sideline if you're watching on the YouTube stream on KBMW News Live. Tight end and the wing to the right. Vogelbacher throws it to the right side and had Gabe Armitage with not a defender in sight, but sailed the throw. Was kind of throwing it at a height where Cooper Roberts or Levi Christensen's maybe hopping up to bring that down, but that's a bit of a tall task for Gabe Armitage, no pun intended. And that'll set up a 3rd and 12. Working on the left hash. Cowboys on their own 46-yard line. Two receivers out to the right. Looks like one of them is a little close to, needs to get a little off the line, but official seems to think it's okay. We got a fumble on the exchange. Trey Vogelbacher was able to get back on it, though. And looks like him and Gabe Armitage. Armitage was coming around to get a jet sweep handoff, but fumbled the exchange. So that'll back him up about 9 yards on the play. So it sets up fourth and a mile. Cowboys be forced to bring out the punt team. New York Mills has a $1.26 left to capitalize. Well, Breckenridge is going to run that down a bit first. New York Mills, along with the Cowboys, both 2 and 3. And looks like the clock was supposed to be stopped, I believe. Or they're trying to fix the clock. So after the big loss. Oh, now I think it says 10.4 seconds left now. But there we go. 1:04 left. What do I know? Cooper Roberts getting ready to boot it away. Trey Vogelbacher, the personal protector. We're waiting on the snap. Breckenridge has this nice tight punt set. Roberts boots it away. And a short punt, which will be scooped up by Levi Christensen. So New York Mills, after Breckenridge did a good job of running down that clock a bit, Eagles have 39 seconds to counter. It's been tough sledding for this offense so far. I think they've only, I only got them for 1 first down so far in this game. So Breckenridge has been locked in, and it was that big 34-yard hookup. So the Eagles trying to reshape their fortunes here. Enert throwing it on the left side, and oh, what a leap over by the sideline. So that was Krejci again jumping out of the, I almost said jumping out of the gym. We're not in the gym though, but soaring, trying to get the interception by the sideline, but we'll have to settle for the pass breakup. Heck of a play there from the junior corner. Sets up 2nd and 10. So far, the Eagles have completed 1 pass of their 6 tries. Breckenridge has got 2 interceptions, though, so technically have more catches than the receivers at this point. 2 receivers out each side. They're going to throw a little bubble screen out to the flats, and they're going to say it was a forward pass, so they're not going to have to worry about that. Another flag on the play. And holding on New York Mills. We'll see if Cowboys are thinking of backing him up. Head coach Carson Yagi gives the signal. Let's just do that. I assume trying to entice New York Mills and maybe kneeling this out and just taking it into halftime, a one-score game. New York Mills might be thinking we could bust a big play here right before the half. We'll see how aggressive they get with head coach Matt Radnicki, also the athletic director here. Made sure to make sure I was taken care of before I came here. Very much appreciate him. They're going to come out with the just to take a knee. I want to call it the victory formation here in the opening half, but New York Mills will kneel it out to send it into halftime. We'll return with your Minn Kota Ag Products halftime show. Your score, Breckenridge 8, New York Mills 0. You are listening to Cowboy Football on B92.7 FM, and you're watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, our YouTube channel. So make sure to spread the word, and Cowboy Football coming back in a bit, once again, after the Minn Kota Ag Products halftime show.
Hello, my name is Jason Butts, proud parent of two little Breckenridge Cowboys. My family loves Breckenridge and feel lucky to have such great schools. Breckenridge schools excel due to their dedicated faculty and staff. They truly care for each individual student. They encourage and foster an atmosphere that creates self-pride and big brains in these kids that will lead the next generation. They make school cool. A good school is cornerstone to a good community, and we are so lucky to have that here in Breckenridge. Breck schools inspire my boys to excel, and for that, I have Breckenridge pride. Play the jingle.
Frederick Seed Incorporated in Fox Home would like to wish the Breckenridge Cowboys good luck in tonight's game. They'd also like to recognize the Breckenridge cheerleading squad, Ellen Paige Hershey, Sophia Johnson, Athena Levy, and Annabelle and Aubrey Martinez. Frederick Seed Incorporated says keep up the great work to the Breckenridge Cowboys football team and the cheerleading squad.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wapaton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wapaton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
What can you do in 30 seconds? Warm up your coffee, tie your shoes, Google, should I get screened for lung cancer? Then actually get screened for lung cancer. If you're a current or former smoker, talk with an Essentia Health provider about your eligibility for a low-dose CT screening, because early-stage lung cancer often has no signs or symptoms. Screening can mean an increased chance of successful treatment. Learn more at essentiahealth.org.
Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Hi, this is Wade from Breckenridge Senex. Now is a great time to start thinking about protecting your recreational vehicles and equipment. Stock up on Splash RV Antifreeze at any one of our 4 locations, and we would like to thank you for your continued patronage.
Farmers Union Oil. Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heidkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982.
They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Highcamp Construction in Wapton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948.
And welcome to the Minn Kota Ag Products Halftime Show, your #1 grain marketing and production agriculture supply company. Turner office, and we have a bit of a low-scoring affair here after one half of play. 8-0 is your score. Breckenridge Cowboys. It's going to be a very brief report of the scoring here, naturally. And with 4:09 left to play, the lone touchdown of this game so far came on an 82-yard run from Paul Armitage. Had a heck of a cut in there to cut it up and run past the defense. Then got a nice block from Cooper Roberts up the left sideline as well. And after a penalty on a failed two-point conversion attempt, Breckenridge got another crack at it, and Trey Vogelbacher found Levi Christensen in the back of the end zone for the two-point conversion. I'm going to tell you more about that tandem as we go through the State Farm Stat Report, brought to you by State Farm agents Matt and Amanda Frederick, your local State Farm agents in Breckenridge and Wapton, respectively. We'll start off with the passing numbers. Breckenridge Cowboys are 3 for 6 throwing through the air. All the passes thrown by Trey Vogelbacher. We haven't seen Riley Kappas get any action at quarterback so far today, and we'll see if that changes in the second half. But 3 for 6, Trey Vogelbacher was for 50 yards. And then Brandon Enert so far in this ball game, or Braxton Enert, apologies. So far in this ball game, 1 for 7 for 34 yards and a pair of interceptions. Paul Armitage, the leading rusher in this ball game for both teams, 8 carries for 114 yards. We got 5 carries for -3 yards from Trey Vogelbacher, a couple of bad breaks in the backfield. 2 carries for -3 yards for Gabe Armitage, and then Lawson Oliphant with 1 carry for 3 yards. So Paul Armitage, the only one in positive figures other than that one Lawson Oliphant carry. And then running the ball for New York Mills, not going so much better, for everybody except Paul Armitage. He's the only one running the ball well so far, or the only one who's broken a big gain so far, I should say. But so far we got 5 carries for 5 yards for Finn Roeder. 5 carries for -7 yards for Braxton Enert, and then 1 carry for 3 yards by Everett Ruther, and then only 1 pass completion so far, and that was caught by Gage Bracel, which that's been their lone big play so far. They had another big pass completion that got waved off due to a penalty, so that's about all they have to report about, or all they have to kind of write home about. But they also have a fumble recovery. So they got a big turnover forced, and I want to say that was Blake Unger on the recovery. I'm not 100% sure, but I swear I saw him coming out of there. But I'll make sure to check that if anyone else caught that at halftime. But I should have done that beforehand. Apologies. But defensively, I got an interception apiece for Charlie Craychaw and Gavin Hoffert as well. And then we got Eli Butts for a big TFL in this ball game too. So a lot of guys making their impact felt, and this defense has just been outstanding. So I gotta tip my hat to them here in the opening half, and we're going to see them, to start off the second half as well, because New York Mills is going to be getting the ball to start off the second half. So we'll take a quick break on the Minn Kota Ag Products Halftime Show. You're listening to Cowboy Football on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live. Breckenridge is up 8-0.
Buying a new home is an exciting experience, but it can be a stressful one too. Miller Realty can help relieve some of that stress with a simple formula of integrity, trust, and most importantly, experience. Their talented team is made up of Guy, Shelly, Jared, Lisa, Melissa, and Stephanie. They've put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes, and they understand this market. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
Minn Kota Ag Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wapton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
North Dakota State College of Science is powered by the strong local connections we have with employers, business partners, program advisors, and local business leaders.
We're proud to call Wahpeton home. Find out more about how you or your business can support NDSCS by visiting ndscs.edu. That's ndscs.edu.
Getting you back to what you love. We are Optimum Rehab. For over a decade, Dr. Tony Egeman has provided physical therapy services for the people of Wahpeton, Breckenridge, and surrounding communities. We're a small practice that sees our patients as individuals. Through hands-on techniques, our patients have their treatment plans tailored to their exact needs. Sprains, sore muscles, back pain, achy joints, rehab following surgery, you name it. Optimum Rehab is your answer. When you need exceptional physical therapy, you need Optimum Rehab.
You want what you want. At Quality Toyota, we totally understand that we aren't going to talk you into a car you don't want. Instead, we're here to help you find the car, the color, the options, and the style that you do want. All with a simple, easy, and stress-free approach, because the price listed online or in every windshield is the only price. That way, we can concentrate on getting you the right car. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls. QualityToyota.net. Let's go places.
How much do you really know about insurance? You have to have it, and your family should be covered at all times in case of an accident. What coverage is the best for you? That's where independent insurance agents Tyler Kent and Brad Rivard at Red River Agency Incorporated of Breckenridge can help. They provide all your insurance needs for home, auto, farm, life, commercial, MPCI, and crop hail. It's that easy. Give Tyler Kent or Brad Rivard a call at 643-1623. Red River Agency Incorporated, always by your side.
No matter what time of year, a farmer's relationship with Red River Grain never changes. Red River Grain works shoulder to shoulder with area farmers, providing grain and agronomy services to help maximize your farm's potential. Red River Grain has been serving farmers for years with competitive prices and high-quality service. Talk to Carson or Brad for your grain and agronomy needs. Red River Grain, East Breckenridge, 643-3738. That's 643-3738, or you can find them online at redrivergrain.com.
Save big this month with Smith Motors Wahpeton's tire sale. Save up to $100 in rebates on Goodyear, up to $60 in rebates on Michelin, up to $100 in rebates on Uniroyal, up to $100 in rebates on General, and up to $100 in rebates on select Pirelli tires. Make sure your vehicle is ready for winter with Smith Motors and Wahpeton's tire sale. Small town friendly, big town deals. Smith Motors, your certified Chevy and GMC dealership in Wahpeton. Visit them online at smithmotors.com.
B92.7 is KBMW Breckenridge Wahpeton.
All the hits from 2KM today.
And welcome back to the Minn Kota Ag Products Halftime Show, your #1 grain marketing and production agriculture supply company. Turner Blob is here, and if you're just joining us, Breckenridge leads 8-0 here in New York Mills, and what has turned into a little bit of a section rivalry. You know, Breckenridge eliminated them from the playoffs a couple years ago. We all remember that section championship game way back when with, Colin Roberts and the crew and Gavin Snyder and all those dudes. Had to give Colin a shout-out in case he's listening back home, watching his brother Cooper. Got to get Cooper more involved here in the second half. Looking forward to see if he's going to get some targets here. As we were talking about earlier, Levi Christensen was really capitalizing on a lot of these play actions. And you know what I'm going to commend Trey Vogelbacher for is how quick he gets it out of there. It's it's as fast as you can hope for from a high school kid. He's doing a really good job, and I think the other reason he's getting it out so fast is because he's seeing how open Levi is right away, and he's like, oh my, I got to get out there right away. But keys to the for the second half for Breckenridge is just, I guess, no let-ups. The defense, I don't think they didn't really need any notes. No notes for them. But for the Cowboy offense, maybe just kind of cleaning up a couple things in the backfield as far as a couple fumbles in the backfield. There was one mishandled exchange, and then also a snap that went awry as well, and actually was a turnover. That's really been the only letdown Breckenridge has had, and also that big pass completion in the first half as well. But the defense made up for that one by coming up with a big stand on first and goal from inside the 3. So that was an impressive stand there by the defense. But that would be my thing, I guess. Don't let up, and just clean up a few things as far as, just kind of taking care of the ball a little bit better on the offensive side of the ball. But, no notes really. I think this was a super fun first half. I'm a big fan of, kind of low-scoring affairs because it makes every play just feel a lot more meaningful, obviously. So you never know when someone's going to break it. So we'll see if anybody's going to be busting off any long TD runs. Who knows? Maybe we'll get a shootout here in the second half. We never know. But take our final break here on the Minn Kota Ag Products Halftime Show, your number one grain marketing and production agriculture supply company. You're listening to Cowboy Football on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live.
Ever notice how every other ad seems to be an insurance company promising to save you money?
What is with these insurance companies?
Hi, this is Matt.
And this is Amanda.
And we're your local State Farm agents.
We're here to debunk all the insurance junk.
What do you really need to know?
What is a fair and competitive price?
Let us make sure you are getting the best bang for your insurance dollar.
And find out why State Farm has been around for over 100 years and remains number one today.
Ready to gain an edge in your career? Titan Machinery's Service Technician Apprenticeship Program is designed for anyone wishing to become a diesel mechanic, working on Case IH equipment through full-time, on-the-job training. Enjoy hands-on work experience. Learn from factory-trained service experts and apply your knowledge from school directly to your work with this unique program opportunity. Become a Titan in the industry and grow with a dealership that invests in you at Titan Machinery Wapton, your local Case IH dealer. Visit TitanMachinery.com/careers to learn more.
When Mom first started showing signs of memory loss, we were devastated. It was so frustrating. So many choices for assisted living. Then my sister and I walked into Twin Town Villa in Breckenridge. We knew that this was the perfect place for our mother. We loved the bright, beautiful apartments, and knew Mom would too. I was so impressed with the interaction between the residents and the staff. Twin Town Villa is a quality memory care community that's close to home and currently has openings. Call Twin Town Villa at 643-9542 or visit them online at twintownvilla.com.
And we are back at New York Mills. I'm not going to say at New York Mills School because you got to walk quite a ways to get here, I found out. I saw the football team like 2 blocks away, and I was like, which way is the football field? And they said that way, and I was like, they're not walking that far, are they? Oh, they were. It was crazy. I couldn't believe it. But it's a fun atmosphere here at New York Mills. Once again, a beautiful fall night for football. About to kick off the third quarter. The second half kickoff brought to you by North Dakota State College of Science. Science of learning by doing. As we wrap up the Minn Kota Ag Products halftime show. They're going to do another squib kick, which once again looks like trouble right away for New York Mills, but someone was able to get on it. I'm not sure if that is a strategy that they decided to roll with this week because of something they saw on tape, or if they're going to be a squib kicking team this year, maybe they want to avoid kicking it to some of the guys back there. I'm not sure. I kind of like how it goes on a week-by-week basis sometimes. But either way, New York Mills will open up the drive on their own 35. Third quarter action, Section 6A football. Whoever wins this game will move up to 500 on the season. Pair of 2 and 3 balls. 2 and 3 teams, and they're going to throw it out to the sideline. A nice grab there from Gage Brazel. It's going to be able to get a medium gain here. Give him about 7 on the play. I think they were just looking for something to get the offense going here. Brazel had come up with the team's only really big play on offense so far, so they said, let's try to go out to him to start off the second half. Now they got a 2nd and 3. Maybe caught the Breckenridge defense off guard a little bit with the first down pass attempt. Cowboys going back to the white jersey, black pants look. It's been a staple for so many years, and they're going to go with an off-tackle handoff for a first down. Only had 1 first down the whole first half, and they're going to get one right away to open up this second half. 6-yard gain. By the way, a quick score update for you. Wapton trails West Fargo Horace 34-14 currently as they play at Horace. New York Mills, the 1st and 10. Operating out of the pistol. Looking over to the right side. They was looking for the bubble route once again, and Levi Christensen almost had a sack. Braxton Eaner was able to get away from the pressure and actually ended up getting a little bit of a gain out of it. That is athleticism you can't teach, that is for sure. But we do have an injury on the play. It looks like one of the players is cramping. And by the way, on that, I got a correction on that carry. That was actually number 2, Everett Ruther on the carry. For the 6-yard gain. They're going to help out this player. Looks like it is number 51, Joseph Mann. Into the sideline. Looking like he's all right. New York Mills. Getting some water to the guys. Capitalizing on the injury timeout. They got 2nd and about 5 from the Cowboy 48 or 47. Split back look, operating under center. Eaner motions a man over to the right side. Off tackle handoff once again. Worked pretty well on the last play, so they said let's go back to it. And a nice job pushing the pile for a 1st down. And that was Everett Ruther once again. A gain of 6. So he's got 2 nice carries here, and just like that, New York Mills putting together a nice drive. Split back set. Pair of receivers out to the right, one to the left. They're going to go up the middle. I believe Finn Roeder's getting it this time, and he's going to get a big gain out of this. New York Mills coming out with a fire under them here in this 2nd half. Roeder. Gain of 8 or 9 on the play. We'll call it a gain of 7, actually. First carry of the half for Finn Roeder. New York Mills coming out and setting the tone. Look how they're moving piles at the end of plays as well. See if they can keep that edge. 2nd and short. Going to go up the middle with Ruther. And was able to get out of the pile and fall forward for a 1st down. Ruther for the 4-yard pickup. He's having a nice drive. Breckenridge currently leading 8-0. New York Mills together a nice drive so far though. Started on their own 35 and now they're on the Breckenridge 30. They're doing it by running the ball. 2 receivers out of the right, pair of running backs. Enert in the backfield. Enert will hand it off. This time Breckenridge is ready for it, and we got a couple Cowboys in the backfield blowing up the play. We got Henry Sleddahl, one of the usual suspects. I believe we got Jackson Riggs back there as well. Jackson Riggs with a nice TFL. Ends up being a 5-yard loss for the Eagles. So that'll set up 2nd and about 15. And that was Ruther on the carry, by the way. They motion a man in the backfield. And now they motion another man to the other side. So the wings kind of trade places. Now they motion another man over, trying to overload that side, and one of them moved again, and it's going to be illegal motion. Or false start. Well, back them up 5 yards, make a 2nd and 15, a 2nd and 20. So what started off as a very promising drive for the Eagles, now back them up to the Cowboy 40. Levi Christensen will spell Jackson Riggs. Talk about not missing a beat when those two rotate out. 2 receivers out each side. Tailback behind Enert. And the pistol set. Going to motion a man over to the right side. Keep him in there as a blocker potentially. Instead, they're going to send him out on a flood route, it looks like. They're looking down the left sideline for a long ball. And it is picked off! Picked off by Riley Kappas! It looks like the receiver ended up cramping. Cooper Roberts going for the sportsmanship award today, helping out his opponent, stretch him out really quick here. But Riley Kappas picks off the long ball. 3rd interception of the day for this Cowboy squad. And I think that's Riley. That might be, I'm not sure if that's Riley Kappas' first career interception as well. That'd be a 3rd one. He got his first career interception. Along with Charlie Craychaw and Gavin Hofford in the opening half. $7:13 left to play in this 3rd quarter on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Breckenridge's defense comes up big once again. 8-0 lead here at New York Mills. Cowboys are going to start this drive inside their own 5, though. Trey Vogelbacher operating out of the gun. Cowboys kind of flirted with a safety last time around, and looks like Levi Christensen might have jumped there. They went with the hard count, trying to get some of the yards and get out of the back of get out of their own goal line, but instead that'll back them up half the distance to the goal. So we'll see what they got drawn up now as they're operating on their own 3. It looks like their own about 2.5, we'll call it. Trey Vogelbacher sends his squad out. Roberts and J.D. Gomez split out as usual. To the left side. Right side has the wing back and the tight end. Paul Armitage, the tailback. He'll get the carry this time. And another nice cut inside. We'll see how many yards he got back on that one. They're going to give him about 5 yards on that. 2nd and 7 coming up. 119 yards on the day for Armitage. Bulk of it coming on that 82-yard TD, the only touchdown of the day so far for either team in this 8-0 ball game. Armitage, or Paul Armitage in the backfield with Trey Vogelbacher. Hand off to Armitage once again. He's got some room to run on the left side, and he ends up fumbling it. Ball goes flying toward the sideline, and New York Mills says they got it. And they do. Number 62 on the fumble recovery, that's Blake Unger. I think he got a fumble recovery earlier in the game, too. Because I know I was talking about, I'm pretty sure he had one, but maybe that was his second. 2nd turnover of the day for the Cowboys. Now they're putting their defense in a bit of a tough spot. Even though the defense has been holding all day, but it only hold for so long. And this drive will actually start inside the Titan Machinery red zone on the 19-yard line. New York Mills goes up the middle to start off the drive. Paul Armitage just fumbled it away, so he's trying to get the ball right back. Trying to strip it loose. Like a 3-yard gain for Finn Roeder. 5:58 remaining in this 3rd quarter on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard, and what has been a hard-hitting affair between the Cowboys and the Eagles. Take away one long run, and this game is still a 0-0 slobber knocker. Split backs. They also got a wing back to the left. New York Mills trying to go with the hard count. They'll fake the first handoff. been kind of setting this up all game, and Trey Vogelbacher gets blocked on kind of a crackback, but they did a good job of making sure it wasn't an illegal block. But a nice gain there from Enert. They've been given that power dive handoff so many times that you knew eventually he's going to keep it himself, and he'll go for 6 yards on that play. Sets up 3rd and 1. Once again, in the Tight Machinery red zone. Just got inside the 10, or just got to the 10. Split back look once again. Operating under center is Enert. He goes with Roeder on the left side handoff. Riley Kappas, one of the tacklers there, but a first down is still in the cards for the Eagles. They're actually downed at the 5, so a 5-yard gain from Roeder. New York Mills knocking on the door, their first points of the evening. But they've already got inside the 5 once, and we're not able to capitalize. See if the Breckenridge defense can come up big once again. One receiver out to the left, 2 to the right, and split back look once again. Enert goes, or does not hand it off because the play was blown dead. So Eagles have been shooting themselves in the foot today with the penalties. This could be a completely different ball game if not for a few penalties. False start on New York Mills. I'll back them up to the 10-yard line. So still in the Tight Machinery red zone. Enert getting the play from head coach Matt Radnicki. 4:25 remaining in this third quarter on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. A low-scoring affair, but that doesn't make it a boring one. That is for sure. They're going to go up the middle. Actually, fake the first handoff. Then they're going on the left side and in for 6. There is a flag on the play. It looked like it came in kind of late, though. So we'll see if the play is going to stand. That would have been a 10-yard touchdown. They're going to talk it over. We'll see what the call is. And I didn't see what the signal was. We got a face mask on the defense, so the touchdown will stand. That was a 10-yard rush from Ruther. Now they're going to try to tie it up. Everett Ruther with the score. Split back look once again. They're going to go up the middle with Braxton Enert. We'll see if he was able to plunge in and tie it up. We'll see how they roll him down, and still waiting on the signal. And oh, my apologies. I thought that they had said that he went in for the score, but evidently not. So now we got a third down. Still 8-0 ball game. Enert trying to plunge in once again, and this time he is going to get in, it looks like. And he does. 1-yard touchdown with 3:24 left to play. Now they'll try to tie it up. With 3:24 left to play in the third quarter. With 3:24 left to play. New York Mills coming out in a kind of spread out set. Enert gets a snap, looks right, and throws a dart across the middle, and it is broken up. So it remains an 8-6 ball game. Breckenridge Cowboys hold on to the lead. You're listening to Cowboy Football on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live.
Folding a fitted sheet. programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wapaton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wapaton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
And welcome back. New York Mills gets on the scoreboard with a 1-yard touchdown from Braxton Enert. 2-point conversion was no good. Pass was broken up by Gavin Hoffert in the end zone. They're looking for a slant across the middle, and pass was broken up, and Breckenridge still has the lead with 3:24 left to play in the third quarter. Now, apologies for the incorrect report on the statistics, because I could have sworn the kid went in for a touchdown. I had to reevaluate a little bit here. Kicked over by the sideline, and looks like that's going to go out of bounds. Good job of letting that one go out of bounds by Jackson Lopez. Gets action every now and then at the kick returner position. Cowboys looking to rebound after last possession. Where they saw a Paul Armitage fumble get hauled in by New York Mills. Trey Vogelbacher brings the play to the huddle, saying, let's get busy. Cowboys got one running back. Wing and tight end to the left, receivers to the right. Vogelbacher takes the handoff to Armitage, keeps it himself, and New York Mills was not fooled. Finn Roeder over there on the tackle, along with plenty of other Eagles. Loss of 2 on the play. Second and 12 for the Cowboys. 3 minutes left to play in this third quarter on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Paul Armitage with the lone touchdown for the Cowboys on the day. Broke free for an 81-yard score. 2-point conversion was caught by Levi Christensen, and that's how we got their 8 points. Braxton Enert went in for a 1-yard touchdown rush to make it 8-6. And now Paul Armitage trying to make up for that fumble. A nice little run over on the left side. Call it a gain of 8 or 9 on the play for the senior back. Call it a gain of 8. Third carry of the half. Gotta remember the fumble as well, along with a pair of rushes for 13 yards. Sets up 3rd and 3. Cowboys on their own side of the field, so it's going to be a big one. Vogelbacher, a bit of a high snap, hands it off to Armitage, but nice patience there. Cuts it up for, going to get close to the first down, but I think he's going to be a little shy. But that was making something out of nothing there, because I thought that play was getting blown up in the backfield. Oh, ended up moving the chains. So gain of 4 for Armitage. 1st and 10. Cowboys on their own 46. Good turnout here from the New York Mills crowd. Two receivers out to one side. Tight end and a wing back to the other. Vogelbacher gets a snap, and they're looking to throw it, and that is why Levi Christensen wide open for a big gain once again. See how many yards they give him. Call that a gain of 21 on the play. As it continues to be the Trey and Levi show when it comes to the Breckenridge passing attack. All 4 completions in between those two for 71 yards. But Vogelbacher was smart to get that out quickly because there was nobody touching the guy on the blind side. He could have taken a big hit and lost a lot of yards there, but that's why you get it out quickly. Motion J.D. Gomez over. Fake the handoff, and they're looking to do the same thing again. This time J.D. Gomez hauls it in. Gomez might have been saying, come on, man. Let's spread it around here a little bit. Looks like a gain of 10 on the play. First catch of the day for JD. And that will do it for the third quarter. Get those fours up, folks. Fourth quarter Cowboy football action coming your way. Breckenridge currently leading 8-6 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. You're listening to Cowboy football on B92.7 FM.
Hello, my name is Jason Butts, proud parent of 2 little Breckenridge Cowboys. My family loves Breckenridge and feel lucky to have such great schools. Breckenridge schools excel due to their dedicated faculty and staff. They truly care for each individual student. They encourage and foster an atmosphere that creates self-pride and big brains in these kids that will lead the next generation. They make school cool. A good school is cornerstone to a good community, and we are so lucky to have that here in Breckenridge. Breck schools inspire my boys to excel, and for that, I have Breckenridge pride. Play the jingle.
Frederick Seed Incorporated in Fox Home would like to wish the Breckenridge Cowboys good luck in tonight's game. They'd also like to recognize the Breckenridge cheerleading squad, Ellen Paige Hershey, Sophia Johnson, Athena Levy, and Annabelle and Aubrey Martinez. Frederick Seed Incorporated says keep up the great work to the Breckenridge Cowboys football team and the cheerleading squad.
B92.7 is KBMW Breckenridge Wapaton.
All the hits from 2KM today.
Fourth quarter action coming your way. Breckenridge Cowboys football. Cowboys just moved the sticks off of a 10-yard grab by J.D. Gomez, knocking on the door of the Titan Machinery red zone at the 23. Paul Armitage in the backfield with Trey Vogelbacher. The mullet formation has receivers out to the left, tight end, and the wing back to the right. Making the first handoff, and Riley Kappas getting his first action at quarterback tonight. We were saying earlier, where is Riley Kappas when it comes to the offensive side of the ball? We've been seeing him on defense plenty. He's been getting in on tackles and also had that interception on that long ball down the field. But on that play, he'll just run for a yard. 2nd and 9, 11:30 left to play in this ball game on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Cowboys love to try to make this a 2-score game, but they don't have their kicker, David Erlinson, tonight. So they would be going for 2. Paul Armitage getting a big gain for the Cowboys. Gosh, he has been running hard tonight. Paul Armitage. Call that a gain of 14 on the play. Sets up 1st and goal from the 10 as they've entered the Titan Machinery red zone. Armitage with 145 on the ground today. 1 score. I'm talking like he's on my fantasy team. We need to keep feeding him here. High snap. They get the handoff cleanly, and Paul Armitage Getting downhill fast for about 6 yards. Call it a 5-yard gain for Armitage. Trey Volgebacher once again bringing the play from the sideline. Cowboys, see if they pull out any nifty formations for this 2nd and goal for the 5, and we'll just go with a running back to each side of Trey Volgebacher, nothing fancy. Volgebacher checks over to the left side, and he'll call his own number here. Waits for a hole to form, and then New York Mills stacks him up, but good patience from Volgebacher to at least get a little bit, it looks like. We'll give him a yard on the play, so they got 2 plays to get about 4 yards. Better update the score really quick here on the 4th quarter on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard once again. 8-6 Breckenridge leading New York Mills, a team that eliminated them from the Section 6A tournament last year. Cowboys would love to head home a 3-3 ball club. We'll see if they can do it. Back to their standard formation. Receivers out to the left. Paul Armitage also on the left side. Volgebacher will hand it off to Armitage on the right side, and he is going to be in for 6. 4-yard touchdown from Paul Armitage. He took a big hit at the goal line, but said, I'm built for this. 4-yard touchdown for Paul Armitage on a career day. 154 yards and a touchdown. .845 remaining as the Cowboys are trying to make it a 2-score game. It's only been 1 touchdown in every quarter. We'll see if that theme sticks. I mean, there weren't any points in the first quarter, but all the other quarters have been 1 TD. Armitage and Trey Volgebacher in the backfield. They're going to go with another handoff to Armitage, and looks like this time he is not going to get in, so we got an 8-point game once again. 14-6 your score with 8:45 remaining in the ball game. Take a quick break, and you are listening to Cowboys football on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wapaton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wapaton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
And welcome back to New York Mills. Cowboys extended it to a 14-6 lead. This time they kick it deep, and New York Mills takes it like they were shot out of a cannon, and Riley Kappas answers. A big stick on the kickoff. Riley Kappas here in his sophomore campaign with the Cowboys. Showed a lot of good things last year for the squad. They knew he was going to have a big role this year. He's delivered. 8:40 remaining in this ball game on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Braxton Enert awaiting the snap out of the pistol. He's going to go with a toss to the left. Breckenridge did a good job bouncing it outside, but it's pretty good speed there by tailback number 15, Elijah Menzie. First carry of the game for Menzie. by my count at least. You guys know how my unofficial stats go. 2nd and 7, 8:10 remaining. Here in the fourth quarter on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Starting to get just a smidge on the chilly side, but nothing we can't survive. Quick injury update here. Looks like Finn Roeder is on the sideline. This helmet off, and not sure if we're going to be seeing him in the backfield again anytime soon. They motion a man over to the right side. Braxton Eaner looking across the middle, kind of a similar play that Levi Christensen's been feasting on all night, but it's going to be short of the sticks. Riley Kappas on the coverage to lay the hit. They'll set up 3rd and 1 about. First catch of the day for number 11, Donovan Shapersky. More importantly, sets up a 3rd and 2. Actually operating under center. Bit of a mishandled snap, but good job falling forward by Everett Ruther. Ruther got stacked up, but was able to have the presence of mind to kind of assess where he was and turn his body and fall forward for the 3 or 4 yard gain. Keep the chains moving. He's had a nice second half here. I thought he had a touchdown too, but evidently I was wrong. Can admit when I'm wrong. 2 receivers out to each side. Tailback lined up behind Enert. Enert drawing back the pass, and we got a flag on the play, and then the pass went through the receiver's hands, and the second Eagle player that was over there actually almost dove on it for the completion, but it doesn't look like it would have mattered because we got a flag on the play. So that'll back up the Eagles once again. Still a 1-score game. Looks like that was a holding call, and it was. So that'll back them up. 1st and 20 now. 6:30 remaining. New York Mills operating on their own 39. My apologies for forgetting about the camera a little bit there. I was tallying up some stats. Sorry for the viewers at home, I should say, watching the YouTube stream. Pistol set. Enert motions the man over to the right side. Fakes the handoff, is looking to set up a screen once again. And not a whole lot of progress on that one. Breckenridge doing a good job staying disciplined on those as well. Isaac Kaluski with the catch. Kaluski with the 2-yard gain. Completed 3 of their 4 passes here in the second half. Braxton Enert has, but the one incompletion was an interception, so a little bit of red on the ledger there. 2 receivers out to each side. Tailback lined up behind Enert. Once again, Finn Roeder out with an injury. They're looking out to the flats. Throwing a little short, but still a nice grab and run. J.D. Gomez trying to strip it loose, but that's allowing the New York Mills squad to keep it moving. Paul Armitage took a bit of a late shot by the sideline on that one as well. I'll set up 3rd and 5. And that was, by the way, caught by number 1, Gage Bracel, for that 10-yard gain. Eagles driving back to pass once again. Jackson Riggs coming through untouched. And we got a fumble on the play, unless they're going to call it an incomplete pass, which I think they are. Apologies for my shoddy camera work on that one, folks. Just kind of watching, not on the screen, and was watching out at the game. Just kind of figured I was tracking it pretty well, but incomplete pass. Sets up a 4th and 5 Jackson Riggs on that blind side was coming in like a freight train. The pressure was felt. We got a 4th and 5. Cowboys love to get the ball back, chew up some clock here with an 8-point lead. 14-6 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Play fake. Enert throws it over to the left side. It is batted but then caught. What a play. And that is a pickup of, I want to call that 15 on the play. I didn't see who made the grab. I have to go back and check that on the stream, but either way, we got a 14-6 ball game, and New York Mills just moved the sticks on a big 4th down. I formation, first time we've seen this tonight. Trying to draw the Cowboys off sides, running a pass play out of it. Enert throws it out to the right side, and it is caught. Trey Vogelbacher trying to strip it loose. That was caught by Menzie. Menzie with the pickup of about 1 on the play. First catch of the day by my count for Menzie, but I did miss who had the catch before that off the deflected pass. 2nd and 9. New York Mills on the Cowboy 29. Split set. I love running that power dive handoff out of this. We'll see if we see that again. And there it is. Ruther gets the carry, and the Cowboys get all over him. They're saying the ball was loose. They're saying we got it. And we'll see if that's how they rule it. And they do not. But loss of 1 on the play. Blew up Ruther's carry in a hurry. Set up 3rd and 11. 3:27 remaining in this ball game on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. 14-6 lead for Breckenridge. They try to close this out and improve to 3-3 on the year. 2 receivers out to each side. Enert dropping back to pass. Throws it across the middle, and it is caught once again for another big first down. This time it was caught by number 5, Hunter Bozeman. It's like a into the Titan Machinery red zone, down at the 19. After the completion to Bozeman. Into the Titan Machinery red zone. Just inside the 20, I should say. Going to go with a pistol look once again. Enert handing it off on the right side, and it's going to be Cowboys just need to finish the play here. New York Mills has been able to get a lot of extra yards today because the Cowboy defense, I love the aggressiveness, trying to get a sack, or trying to strip it loose for a fumble, but getting a little greedy a little bit. 5-yard carry. Sets up 2nd and 5. 2:05 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Braxton Enert working out of the pistol. Hands it off, bounced out to the left side, and a heck of an open field tackle from Cooper Roberts. Undercutting number 15, Elijah Menzie, at the legs. Might have actually lost a couple of yards. That might knock him out of the Titan Machinery red zone. Sets up by a 3rd and 7. 3rd and 6. Breckenridge. And lights out on defense. See if they can keep it going here for the last minute 20 in this ball game. New York Mills is going to have to burn a timeout. Didn't like what they saw when they ran out to the field. We'll take a quick timeout with them. This timeout is brought to you by High Camp Construction. You're listening to Cowboy Football on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live. Breckenridge is up 14-6 with a big play coming up next. You're listening to Cowboy Football once again.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heitkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heitkamp Construction in Wapaton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948.
B90.
And welcome back to New York Mills. We got a big 3rd and 6 coming up. New York Mills operating at the 15-yard line. Ener dropping back the pass, looking into the end zone, and a big pass breakup from J.D. Gomez. Gomez came up with the game-winning pass breakup last week. So this is what they've come to expect from him in the secondary. That's what they expect out of him in Wapaton as well. He was already a very well-established corner when he came over this year. 14-6. What could be the ball game on this play? 4th and 6. New York Mills on the Cowboy 14. Need 8 points to tie this up. Ener looking to go up the middle. Not a whole lot of defenders waiting for him, but looks like he's going to be able to get to the sticks. They're going to say a gain of 7 to move the sticks. Enert keeping his team's hopes alive. Kid's a gamer. They're saying stay out there. 1:03 left to play on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Now we got 1st and goal from the, looks like the Cowboy 8 or 9. Enert operating once again out of the pistol. Does a toss to the right. And first tackler isn't able to make the play. He's chased down from behind by Henry Sledadall. It's Menzie once again on the carry. Elijah Menzie. Got taken out by a pair of Cowboys after shedding the first tackle attempt. But there is a flag on the play and another holding call. How many times have I pointed that out today? I don't mean pointed out like they should have been calling it. I meant like noted that they once again had a holding call. So that'll back up New York Mills. And it'll now be 1st and goal from the 16. .40 seconds remaining. The clock is still running. I'm not sure if New York Mills knows. Oh, they definitely. They're bolting up the line. I don't think the... Looks like they're actually going to burn timeout to save some of that clock. This timeout, once again, brought to you by Heitkamp Construction. Once you build with them, you won't build any other way. Take a quick break. You're listening to Cowboy Football on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live.
North Dakota State College of Science is powered by the strong local connections we have with employers, business partners, program advisors, and local business leaders. We're proud to call Wapaton home. Find out more about how you or your business can support NDSCS by visiting ndscs.edu. That's ndscs.edu.
We are still in our Heitkamp Construction timeout, but I just thought I'd get you folks caught up on what you might have missed. 39 seconds remaining. Breckenridge up 14-6. And New York Mills has 1st and goal after a penalty from the 17-yard line. Braxton Enert gets the snap. Looking right, throws it to the end zone, and is caught! And Finn Roeder goes in for the 13-yard score with 34 seconds left to play. They still need to get the 2-point conversion. We'll see what the Eagles have up their sleeve. 34 seconds left to play. So after the 18-yard score, New York Mills got to get the 2-point conversion. Braxton Enert. He's got a pair of receivers each side. In the backfield is Everett Ruther with him. And they're going to call another timeout. New York Mills has kind of been a staple in today's ball game of kind of surveying what the defense has to offer and then calling a timeout. Try to whip something else up. This timeout once again brought to you by Heitkamp Construction, but we'll stay here. With 34 seconds left to play, we got a 12-14 ball game. Breckenridge in the lead. Looking to keep it that way. Improve to 3-3 before they head home. In the game where Breckenridge has been in control for a lot of the game, but we learned last year that doesn't mean anything until the final whistle, of course. New York Mills, all the momentum here after that touchdown. Once again, Finn Roeder hauling that one in. Or not Finn Roeder, Gage Brazel, apologies. Showing the wrong guy some love here. Now they need 2 more to keep this game going. Enert, operating out of the gun. Waiting on the snap, goes with the hard count. Doesn't get anyone to jump, drops back to pass. Looking across the middle, throws it to the end zone, it is caught! 2-point conversion is caught by Elijah Menzie. We got a tie ball game. 14-14 is your score. We'll take a very quick break here. You're listening to Cowboy Football on B92.7 FM.
Getting you back to what you love. We are Optimum Rehab. For over a decade, Dr. Tony Egeman has provided physical therapy services for the people of Wahpeton, Breckenridge, and surrounding communities. We're a small practice that sees our patients as individuals. Through hands-on techniques, our patients have their treatment plans tailored to their exact needs. Sprains, sore muscles, back pain, achy joints, rehab following surgery, you name it. Optimum Rehab is your answer. When you need exceptional physical therapy, you need Optimum Rehab.
B92.7 is KBMW Breckenridge Wahpeton. All the hits from 2KM today.
And welcome back to New York Mills as the Eagles have tied this ball game up with 34 seconds left to play it. Once again with all the momentum. Eagles looking to boot it away. Once again, Cowboys only have 34 seconds to work with when they get the ball back. They're going to kick it. Little squib kick, and it looks like it's Connor Ernst, I believe. Connor Ernst, yep. Able to haul that one in and lay down on it. Breckenridge will start the drive on their own 34 on the left hash. We'll see what they're going to try to do with their 34 seconds they have left. They're going to try to bust a big play. They're going to take it into OT. Assuming they're going to try to bust a big play. They come out in their standard set. 2 receivers out to the left. Wing back and tight end to the right. Paul Armitage in the backfield with Trey Vogelbacher. Vogelbacher dropping back to pass. Throwing it down the field to Cooper Roberts and overthrown. And Cooper Roberts, the intended receiver once again on the coverage. Finn Roeder, who's playing through this injury. 28 seconds left to play now. Vogelbacher. It's only his third pass attempt here of the second half. Now the 2nd and 10. Paul Armitage with both of Breckenridge's touchdowns on the day. I'm surprised they try to give him a whirl, and that's what they'll do on this play. Armitage running on the right side. And with a heck of a cut by the sideline for a big gain. Looks like that's going to be a gain of about 16 on the play. For Armitage. Timeout taken by Breckenridge. This timeout brought to you by High Camp Construction. 14-14 ball game with 19 seconds left to play. You're listening to Cowboy Football on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live.
You want what you want. At Quality Toyota, we totally understand that we aren't going to talk you into a car you don't want. Instead, we're here to help you find the car, the color, the options, and the style that you do want. All with a simple, easy, and stress-free approach, because the price listed online or in every windshield is the only price. That way, we can concentrate on getting you the right car. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls. QualityToyota.net. Let's go places.
And welcome back to New York Mills. 1st and 10 for the Cowboys after the 16-yard run by Paul Armitage. Could end up with 200 yards by the end of this ball game, potentially. Cowboys got 49 yards to pay dirt. 19 seconds to do it. See if they got anything in the back of the playbook. But they save for situations just like this. New York Mills backing off with the secondary. Unsurprisingly, they're going to motion J.D. Gomez to the right side. Looks like they're going to set up a wheel route for him. They're actually looking down the right sideline. And it is, almost caught. J.D. Gomez is trying to haul it in by the right sideline, but it sails. Got behind the defender. That'll make a 2nd and 10. Vogelbacher. Launch it down the field. Love the play design there. Always down for a wheel route, that's for sure. 12.8 seconds left. Gomez and Roberts out to the left side. Cooper Roberts still looking for his first grab of the day. They're going to go with Armitage on the right side once again. And Armitage is going to pick up about 6 yards, but timeout taken by the Cowboys. They'll take the timeout after the 6-yard gain. They'll take a timeout with 6 seconds left. We'll take another quick one with them. You're listening to Cowboy Football on B92.7 FM. This timeout brought to you by High Camp Construction.
How much do you really know about insurance? You have to have it, and your family should be covered at all times in case of an accident. What coverage is the best for you? That's where independent insurance agents Tyler Kent and Brad Rivard at Red River Agency Incorporated of Breckenridge can help. They provide all your insurance needs for home, auto, farm, life, commercial, MPCI, and crop hail. It's that easy. Give Tyler Kent or Brad Rivard a call at 643-1623. Red River Agency Incorporated, always by your side.
And welcome back to that High Camp Construction timeout. We have a third and 5. 6 seconds remaining, 14-14 ball game. Once again, 2 receivers out to the left, tight end, and the wing back out to the right. Paul Armitage in the backfield with Trey Vogelbacher. Vogelbacher will hand it off to Armitage, and looks like they are just going to... Actually, they're going to take a timeout right before halftime, so we'll stay here for this one, though, as looks like Paul Armitage was able to get a yard on that one, but he can't take the timeouts into the overtime. I think both teams get one timeout in overtime, so Coach Yagi, and can't bring these home with me, so I may as well keep trying to break off a big play here. I mean, Paul Armitage broke free for an 80-plus yard TD earlier in this game, so I think he was thinking maybe we can get a good hole to run through, and Paul can make something happen after he gets to the next level, and not the case on that play. Actually ended up losing a yard or two on that for Armitage. Once again, having a career day. In the absence of his backfield mate, David Erlinson, Armitage being tasked with being the workhorse back today. New York Mills coming out in their prevent set. They got 4 deep safeties. So we'll see if the Cowboys got any trickery up their sleeve. We're going to see a hook and ladder or a flea flicker or something of that sort. We shall see. Vogelbacher under pressure, shakes one defender, throws it down the field, and it is overthrown. So after the incomplete pass, we have overtime coming your way. Breckenridge Cowboys, New York Mills Eagles tied at 14. We'll take a quick break. You're listening to Cowboy Football on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live.
No matter what time of year, a farmer's relationship with Red River Grain never changes. Red River Grain works shoulder to shoulder with area farmers, providing grain and agronomy services to help maximize your farm's potential. Red River Grain has been serving farmers for years with competitive prices and high-quality service. Talk to Carson or Brad for your grain and agronomy needs. Red River Grain, East Breckenridge, 643-3738. That's 643-3738, or you can find them online at redrivergrain.com.
Save big this month with Smith Motors Wapaton's tire sale. Save up to $100 in rebates on Goodyear, up to $60 in rebates on Michelin, up to $100 in rebates on Uniroyal, up to $100 in rebates on General, and up to $100 in rebates on select Pirelli tires. Make sure your vehicle is ready for winter with Smith Motors and Wapaton's tire sale. Small town friendly, big town deals. Smith Motors, your certified Chevy and GMC dealership in Wapaton. Visit them online at smithmotors.com.
And welcome back to New York Mills as we have overtime football coming your way. 14-14 is your score. Breckenridge and New York Mills in a dogfight. Now the captains coming out to get the OT festivities rolling. Cowboys sending out their captains as well. Once again, David Erlinson not able to play in this ball game, but still representing along with the captains. Paul Armitage, Eli Butts, and Trey Vogelbacher. Actually, I don't have Eli Butts out there. Looks like we got a different number. Well, they're explaining the overtime rules, which I believe in Minnesota has you starting off at the 10. And if both teams are tied after that, they get to switch who gets to go first and second. They kind of just keep trading off that way. My apologies, Eli Butts and David Erlinson both represented as Eli Butts is street clothes, so came out of the game with an injury. And we'll see. They're saying New York Mills will start with it. They're talking it over. Both teams start at the 10. But they haven't said who gets the ball first. And so New York Mills start off with the ball, I believe. And then Breckenridge will get to answer. But I've been at some games that were a defensive slugfest all night, and then overtime happened, and all of a sudden the score starts shooting up. I remember ending up at that 6 overtime game in Wapton and Devil's Lake. That was something. That was a bad night to have a deadline, that's for sure. Breckenridge Cowboys looking to avenge last year's playoff defeat, and New York Mills trying to pick up a win on homecoming night. So New York Mills will start off as the team who usually wins the toss. Says they would like to be second because you like to see what you have to answer. More advantageous to go second, of course. New York Mills coming up to the line. 14-14 ball game as we start the overtime. Wish they would have picked the other sideline. A little easier for us to get a good view over there, but we'll roll with it. New York Mills gets to start on the Cowboy 10. Braxton Enert awaits the snap out of the pistol. Gets it and tosses it right. Breckenridge stuffs that in a hurry. Paul Armitage laying the initial boom. Henry Slidell also on the tackle. He's had a busy day in the trenches. Menzie just looks like he got back to the actually lost a yard on that play. So a TFL there for Armitage as well as Slidell. Enert gets a snap, looks left, throws it out to the flats to a wide open receiver for the 11-yard touchdown. That was caught by number 5, Hunter Bozeman, his second grab of the day. Definitely the biggest one so far, 11-yard touchdown. Makes it a 20-14 game, and New York Mills with their first lead of the day. And now a timeout taken by New York Mills. And it looks like that might have been a pick play on that one, as there was nobody near the receiver. So I think he might have got freed up by a slant. Ran an out route, and like I said, nobody within sight. Goes in for the touchdown. New York Mills with their first lead of the game comes here in the overtime period on their homecoming game. 20-14 here during this high camp construction timeout. Breckenridge so far has stopped one of the 2-point conversions they have faced, as they broke up a pass in the end zone when it was an 8-6, or to keep it an 8-6 ball game. But then they went with I believe Enert went in for the 2-point conversion. No, I think it was actually Ruther, but either way, 2-point conversion coming your way next. 20-14 ball game. New York Mills dropping back the pass, looking over to the right side. Pump fake from Enert. Now he's looking to take it himself, and he gets in. Sandwich between a pair of defenders, but still in for 2. 22-14 ball game. Breckenridge will get a chance to answer. They need 8 points to keep this overtime game alive. Breckenridge's offense so far today. Levi Christensen has been a big target in the receiving game, but we haven't called his name much lately, as New York Mills has had the ball bulk of the second half. But 4 catches for 71 yards so far for Christensen, but also with how Armitage has been Paul Armitage has been running the ball, you got to be thinking they're just going to start off with a couple carries with him, see how he can do, and then kind of go deeper into the playbook if they need to. Or if they're just going to try to answer right away on the first play. We'll see it. Paul Armitage to the right of Trey Vogelbacher. New York Mills, the loudest they've been all game. High snap. Armitage with the handoff on the left side. Bounces it out. And a nice open field tackle there by the sideline. And that's by the Hunter Bozeman once again, who just had the touchdown. Bosman, actually. Apologies. So they're going to give him a couple yards on the play. Sets up 2nd and 7. Once again, Eli Butts out of the game with an injury. One of the captains on this squad. Breckenridge back up to the line. 22-14 ball game. Second and goal from the 7 here in overtime. Breckenridge trying to answer New York Mills' 8 points. They're going to go with a handoff to Armitage once again. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Armitage down at the 5. So another gain of a couple. Looking forward to adding up his yard total by the end of this. Breckenridge coming up the line for a 3rd and goal from the 5. Once again, Vogelbacher and Paul Armitage in the backfield. 3rd and goal from the 5. High snap again, and a broken play. And tackled in the backfield is Trey Vogelbacher. So that will set up a 4th down for the game. 4th and goal from the 15. Or from the 10, apologies. Might even be the 11. So a loss of 6 on the play. Trey Vogelbacher trying to make something out of nothing. So Breckenridge needs 11 yards to keep this game alive. And then they got to get the 2-point conversion while they're at it. For the ball game. Cowboys come up to the line. Roberts and J.D. Gomez out to the right. Armitage, both Armitages in the backfield with Trey Vogelbacher. 1 to each side. Vogelbacher gets the snap, fakes the handoff to Paul Armitage, looking in the end zone, and it is picked off. That is game. Or incomplete pass. Breckenridge falls to New York Mills in overtime, a heartbreaker. 22-14 is your final. We'll take a quick break, come back with your post-game show. Brought to you by Miller Realty. You've been listening to Cowboy Football on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live. Actually, stay here before we get ready for the post-game show. Once again, 22-14 your final. It's a 14-all ball game heading into the overtime period, which once again, you guys need the rundown of how overtime works. Both teams get it to start at the 10. And the second team gets to advance, or the first team obviously gets a crack at scoring, and then the second team has to answer. Breckenridge falls to 2-4 on the season. A tough break for the Cowboys for sure, who at one point had a 2-score lead on New York Mills. And the Cowboys, as we get ready for our Miller Realty post-game show once again. That's the downside of when it gets a little chilly in here, is my equipment tends to freeze up. But once again, 22-14 your final. We'll run through the scoring report for you when we return as we kick off the Miller Realty post-game show. You've been listening to Cowboy Football on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live.
Notice how every other ad seems to be an insurance company promising to save you money?
What is with these insurance companies?
Hi, this is Matt.
And this is Amanda.
And we're your local State Farm agents.
We're here to debunk all the insurance junk.
What do you really need to know?
What is a fair and competitive price?
Let us make sure you are getting the best bang for your insurance dollar.
And find out why State Farm has been around for over 100 years and remains number one today.
Machine Service Technician Apprenticeship Program is designed for anyone wishing to become a diesel mechanic working on case IH.
Frustrating. So many choices for assisted living. Then my sister and I walked into Twin Town Villa in Breckenridge. We knew that this was the perfect place for our mother. Loved the bright, beautiful apartments, and knew Mom would too. I was so impressed. Villa is a quality memory care community that's close to home and currently has openings. Call Twin Town Villa at 643-9542 or visit them online at twintownvilla.com.
Hello, my family loves Breckenridge and feel loved due to they have Brett.
I'd like to wish the Breckenridge Cowboys good luck in tonight's game. They don't want to